All right, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Hang on to your chairs for this story right here. Ready? Here we go. So, the headline for this story says that two sisters were found dead in a restaurant one day after the restaurant owner's body was discovered somewhere else. Hmm, let's get into the details. So, authorities said that two sisters were found dead at a Union County restaurant a day after the restaurant co-owner of the restaurant body was found shot fatally nearby. The homicide of the two women and the shooting death of the restaurant co-owner, 45-year-old Akani A. Martin, are connected, is what they said. Police on Monday morning found Martin shot in the head in a vehicle that was parked behind a rental car business in the 1700 block of Morris Avenue in Uniontown. A weapon was discovered near his body. The prosecutor said that in a statement, investigators do not believe foul play was involved. They do not believe foul play was involved. Let's dig into this detail more. So, detectives went to Martin's house in Hillside to inform his relatives. Now, after further investigation, detectives determined that two individuals close to Martin were also missing. So, he was discovered first. On Tuesday, police went to the eatery Martin co-owns, which is called K&K Jamaican Restaurant, which is located in the 1500th block of Summit Avenue in Hillside. Now, at this location, detectives discovered the bodies of 39-year-old Karen A. Lamitre and the mother of Martin's children. She is the mother of his children. The man who was discovered first, they have now discovered his wife. Not only his wife, they also discovered her sister, his sister-in-law, 41-year-old Juanita A. Joffer. An autopsy Wednesday revealed that both women were the victims of homicide. According to the prosecutor, a cause of death was not yet released. Now, at this time, they had wrote that there was no further information and it was unclear why authorities waited until Wednesday to disclose that the homicides occurred, and the prosecutor's office did not detail how these deaths actually occurred. Well, we have an update and we have some information towards this, so just stay tuned. So police in Hillside in Union Street or Union Township, they did not comment, and they referred inquiries to the prosecutor's office, which did not answer questions beyond a Wednesday night statement. In other words, police had nothing to say. They were being very tight-lipped about this situation because it was still under investigation. Very, very quick to say no foul play was suspected when they found the man's body. But the females, theirs were ruled as a homicide. All right. People might be saying, well, how did they know that there was no foul play involved? He was actually found behind a car rental company, and the car rental company is a very big brand. It is Enterprise Car Rental, and they had cameras around the property. So they were able to see on the CCTV cameras his car pull in behind the restaurant. His car was not visited by anyone else on foot or in a vehicle. It was just the lone vehicle back there. Inside that lone vehicle, he did what he did. Now, as we move, grief, tribute for two moms found dead. Listen to this information right here. They were our mothers, wrote one relatives about the two women found dead in the restaurant. She said one of them had 11 children. and the other one had 4 children. This is what a family member said: 11 children and 4 children. Now, family members of the 2 women found dead in the Hillside restaurant on Tuesday, they're asking for donations. They're asking that the deaths of these 2 sisters, they're saying that the deaths of these 2 sisters has left behind 14 motherless children. Wow. The deaths of these 2 women were ruled to be homicides, said the Union County Prosecutor's Office on Wednesday. This is where the information gets a bit confusing to me. However, let's see if you can sort this out. The women were found a day after police discovered the body of 45-year-old restaurant co-owner Akani A. Martin, right? And he was in that rental car. He was in his car, rather, behind that rental company. They said that they do not believe that any foul play was involved with his death, and there was a weapon that was found by his body. They declined to comment any further. One of the women found at the restaurant, we already said, was 39 years old, and that is the mother of Martin's children. And she lived with him as wife and husband right across the street from the restaurant that he co-owned. The other woman was her sister, right? And they were found inside of that restaurant. A GoFundMe has been set up by relatives of the 2 women on Thursday night. And they said that we are a family. We are saddened by the news. 2 mothers, 2 sisters, 2 wives, 2 daughters. They were brutally murdered. They were our mothers. The person added, Juanita and Karen died on Saturday night and they were brutally murdered. The person said that they were beaten and they were suffocated. Leaving behind, Karen had 4 kids, being 3 of them are underage, and Juanita had 11 kids. 8 of those kids are underage, all now left with no mother. 11 of these children are left with no mother. 11 out of 14 are underage. So they're asking for money through GoFundMe. She added that we're asking for help, and anybody that can provide anything through this rough time, any donations, will go towards funeral arrangements and will also go towards helping both of the families to pay off some expenses. You can imagine, with 14 children, 11 of which are underaged. As of Friday morning, they have only raised $4,700 through donations of the $50,000 goal that they have set. One person said, I heard the news and I was completely heartbroken. This is what a woman wrote on the fundraising page. Karen is one of my classmates in nursing school. From day one, she's been helping me in school, keeping me motivated, being supportive. She's just a wonderful woman. God bless and protect her family. A woman wrote, just because we don't talk on a day-to-day basis, don't mean that I can't help. A friend named Chris said, I met Karen my first day of orientation in nursing school. She literally picked me out and said, hey, you and me, we are friends now. I remember the first day of school she asked, hey, where are you going to eat lunch? And when I said I didn't know, she bluntly said, get in my car, let's go. We're getting Chinese. Karen had an amazing soul. Acting Union County Prosecutor Lindsay said Wednesday that on Monday morning, Uniontown Police noticed the vehicle that was parked behind the Enterprise Place where they found Martin, the 45-year-old co-owner, and also the father to the children of one of the women, which is his wife, that was found later. After they went over to the family to go notify the family that they had found a missing family member and he was deceased, they actually realized that two more family members were missing. It wasn't until then that they went over Tuesday to the restaurant where they discovered these two bodies of these two women. At this time, they said that there was no further threat to the community. This is a language that the prosecutor's office uses often in domestic violence killings if the perpetrator is not at large. So are they deeming this a domestic violence killing, which would make it a murder suicide? The matter remains under active investigation led by the Union County Homicide Task Force, assisted by other police departments and entities as well. And they're asking anybody who has any information towards this to please call their number and leave some information, get in touch with them so they can get to the bottom of this. But as of now, it stands. It seems as if they are leaning towards murder suicide. Sad, sad, sad situation, man. We continue to handle issues through violence. Now, even if I know some people are going to be like, man, if you wanted to kill yourself, kill your damn self, but don't kill the women. You know, two mothers are left now with, two mothers are gone. 14 children are left motherless. 11 of these 14 children are underage children. That means they have not yet hit the age of adulthood legally, which is considered 18 years old. So they're 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, in that order, those types of numbers. Young children, motherless. Some of these children are motherless and fatherless because he also committed suicide. And again, I said the rental car company was Enterprise, and Enterprise had cameras all around their properties to protect their car fleet. So they were able to see when they pulled up the CCTV footage that when his car came in, no other vehicle came in, nobody came on foot. So it wasn't like somebody came and killed him and left him there. When I first heard the story, the first thing I thought was drugs was involved, because they said that the women were tortured and beaten. Turns out they're leaning towards a murder suicide. So I'm wondering what the hell could have happened to make this man give up everything. I mean, you're a co-owner with this restaurant. Far as I know, the restaurant was doing well. But then again, we are in a pandemic and we really don't know. We've been in this thing for a while. Many small businesses are under pressure. Many small businesses are closing. Many people, their minds are being affected under this pressure, losing their livelihood, their business closing down. Then you might have found out that your wife might have been skimming the books to give her family money, or stealing money from the restaurant somehow. I don't know what could have caused him to kill his wife and her sister, knowing that all these children would have been left behind without mothers. I mean, think about that. That's deep. What could she have possibly done to have driven him to the point where he did that? If, in fact, it is a murder-suicide. If not, then it's wide open murder. Did something happen to them? Were they beaten and tortured and suffocated because someone was trying to get information from them, which had something to do with him? And he feels guilty for having cost them their lives, so guilty that he went and took his. I don't know. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. Stay safe out there. Walk good and be careful. I'm out. Peace.